Hello, hello. Welcome to day 3 of Chocobo racing. Now, one thing to note is on the third day of me doing a Let's Play, I finally managed to mess it up and not record the video. So we're gonna redo this first stage I'm about to show you, switch over to the other file and do the next stage. I apologize in advance, but that's what we're gonna have to do. So let's get started. Loading. Chocobo Racing, Chapter 6, Crystal Clear. Chocobo and friends were getting kinda tired from all the traveling they've done so far. Who is that? What kind of accent is that? Okay, you know what? Their new buddy, the Black Magician, silently led them to a village of mages and magicians. Okay, I can't do an accent to save my life. I need to practice that. Alright, so we run into a white mage. Wow, listen to that music. Yep, Mog is in love, and that's kind of weird. Anyway, she just happens to know we all have blue materia? Seems suspicious to me. Oh, she's calling it magicite. Anyways, you can tell she has some magicite around her neck. Let's see, she'll probably show it off. Oh, there it is. Now she's showing it off. Black Mage's was bigger. Alright, so she happens to know the secrets of the magicite, and we are going to race her for those secrets. Let's go ahead and get to the race, maybe lose. Okay, so she's telling us about the Materia Mini, which makes you small. If you're triple small, you can be run over and it flattens you. Anyways, let's get there. Maybe? Okay. So the last character we collected was Black Magician and his Magic Cloud MK1. And his ability is Magic Plus. I mentioned what Magic Plus does last time. It powers up whatever materia you have. The problem is at this point, Goblin Hood is part of our race. There's no way to avoid Goblin Hood because we only have 5 people on our team at the moment. So, if you try to charge something up, Goblin Hood will just steal it from you, like this. And the second problem is White Mage's ability is Barrier. Every time it charges, she gets a shield around her that protects her from any materia use. So you can see it there, and if you try and use materia on her, it'll just get deflected by the barrier and she will not be affected. So that's a bit of a problem as well. One thing you should do is wait until somebody else uses the materia and hit her once her shield is down, but that's very hard to time. Especially with Goblin Hood stealing your materia all the darn time. Okay. So, what I'm gonna do is try and focus on getting speed up materia, or haste if you want to call it that. Okay, so and minimize was just used, which definitely used up White Mage's barrier, so I just used a double minimize, so she should be pretty small at the moment. Though, that's not gonna last long. One more lap, can I stay ahead? My first recording of this, I totally failed the first time and had to do it again. So anytime that happens, I will show you all the first race in its entirety, and then just highlights from any future races. But looks like I have a decent chance of winning the very first time, now that we're recording properly. Let me double check. Yes, the video is recording properly. And here we go, unless something drastic happens. I win! Yay! Okay. I'm gonna cut here for just a second. 1 second, people. Alrighty, sorry about that. My pizza just came out of the oven. Usually that wouldn't happen, but the timing of failing a video and having to re-record it, well, you know how it goes. Okay, so we raced for her to tell us a story, and we were better than she thought. To what she said. Actually, literally. Okay, that's weird. Alrighty, let's hear this story. Oh my goodness. Listen to that music. So, there was one large magicite crystal, but everybody was greedy and fought over it. So the founder of Mysidia, the great magician Ming Wu, broke the crystal into 8 pieces and scattered the shards to the 4 winds. Of course, 5 of the shards are now right here in one area, so he didn't do a good job. He or she, I don't know. I don't know what gender Ming Yu is. Does anybody know? I don't know. Oh, well, she says it right there. He did so. So, good job, Ming Yu. You sure scattered them far. And now Mog wants to combine all the magicite pieces together and steal it for himself, which is exactly the problem of the first place. Anyways. So now, White Mage is going to join us. Yay! We have a second chaperone. Yay! We have a token female character. Alright. And of course Mog is against it. Mog is against all change. Let's, yeah. Anyways. Mog is gonna sit there and complain. It looks like only Chocobo and White Mage are concerned, but that doesn't stop them from walking away as well. Yeah. Poor Mog. Okay, so that was that chapter. I'm going to save it to my slot 2. Because hopefully everything is recording. Hopefully. Not hopefully. What is a hopefully? Anyways, I'm not going to continue story mode. I'm actually going to reset the game and go back to the other save file so that most of the tracks you see will be counted in the final score. Yeah, so bear with me just a second. Alrighty, we're back and we're loading from that first file. Let's go ahead and get started from chapter 7. Chocobo Racing, chapter 7. Maybe it's something I ate. Well, I thought I told you we'd be back next week. No, Sid. We're doing 2 tracks a day except for that first day. Pay attention. Alright, Sid. Anyways, they're traveling. No further plot. Nobody cares. Mog is hungry. Mog, how can you be hungry when the literal landscape is made of food? Yeah. Mog is a huge complainer. Of course, then again, White Mage is also hungry. Sounds like everyone is hungry. Except Gollum, because he doesn't eat. Okay, that was a little loud and ominous. And now we have Chubby Chocobo. Who in cholesterol's name are you, says Mog. So Chubby Chocobo is our next racer. He apparently ate a piece of materia. Again, thank you Ming Yu for completely failing to spread these pieces far and wide. Hobnobs to goblins, says Goblin Hood. Yeah, thank you Mog for breaking the fourth wall. The whole purpose of this game. Okay, anyways, we're going to race. You probably figured that out. This time we have reflect materia. I'll get into that once the race gets started. And our most recent race, or newest racer, is White Mage on the Cosmic Carpet and the ability Barrier, which will be nice. Now, last time when I recorded this, I managed to not have Goblin Hood. This time we have Goblin Hood. So, sadness. Ooh, but I got the speed up. Let me go ahead and continue speeding up. There's also a secret path up here. Right here. And if I do this right, I can grab all of those. Okay, so that last materia on my slot is the Reflect materia. Now, Reflect does not combine with other Reflects. Instead, it just... if you have 3 Reflects, it would look just like it looks now with all 3 of those orbs being Reflect. And what you may have just noticed is you don't actually need to use the Reflect orb. As long as you have it behind you, it will reflect any magic that's cast upon you back to the person who cast it. Oh, but I was in between Barrier and Reflect right there, so I'm tiny. Luckily everyone else is tiny too. You could use a Reflect materia, and it would give you a barrier like White Mage has for a short period of time. But it's much more useful to just let it automatically reflect. Unless you happen to have 2 stones and you're about to get a 3rd one, and you want like a triple fireball or a triple lightning or something, that's pretty much the only time you would want to use it. So here I have 3 reflects, and you just notice a triple fireball did nothing to me because of it. So might as well mention that Chubby Chocobo's ability is, or gets, whatever magic is used against him. So you might see it at some point here where triple minimize might get used against everyone. He will actually receive a triple minimize because of that, and then he'll use it on everyone again. So there's one, we might see it. Yep, there we go. That second one was Chubby Chocobo after receiving the triple minimize. Luckily, with all my reflects and barriers, it did nothing to me. Which is also good because if you're tiny, you can't make that jump. And if you fail that jump, then you end up back in a previous part of the stage, which takes forever. And you'll end up losing. Now, why I hate Goblin Hood is every time he uses his ability, my barrier ability goes away. So that's no good. But luckily we won, so there was no big problem. Usually during this stage, especially if Goblin Hood is here, I always try and collect all the reflect I can possibly get with the barrier ability. So now, we had a deal. We get to have Chubby Chocobo's crystal, or magicite, except it won't come out for a while. Ew. Is this a kid's game? Because I don't think scatological humor is fit for kids. Just saying. So, yeah. Anyways, we're adding Chubby Chocobo to our team. Is anyone surprised? I didn't think so. So now we have, I do believe, 6 blue crystals or magicites, 6 of the 8. Yeah, anyways, Chubby wants to come with us to eat all sorts of foods on the way. He made a Hansel and Gretel joke, and now Chocobo is Hansel and Mog is Gretel. I'm not gonna make any jokes about that. Yeah. Let's leave our friends here before they have a grim ending. Oh, Sid, you and your puns. Go away. So that was chapter, I believe, 7. Anyways, I didn't actually ask a question of the day today, so the question of the day, which is your favorite food that you think no one else will say? Yes. Go answer that in the Reddit comments. Go. Anyways, thank you for watching and see you tomorrow.